Hey there, it's Denise and I'm about to make my world famous sausage bread. I've had so many people ask me how to make it. I'm going to show you. So what I did was I bought some frozen bread dough. It's Bridgeford ready dough. It comes in a pack of 3. It's frozen white bread. I took the 3 loaves out. I separated them. I put them onto plates. I set them out on the counter to rise. They have to defrost, and then once they defrost in the refrigerator covered like this, then I take them out and put them on the counter, and then the warmth will make them rise. And I usually cover them with a canvas bag like this because it keeps it moist so you can work with it. Anytime that you're handling the bread dough, it's very sticky, so you want to use flour, and you want to flour your entire surface and all the things that you're using, including your hands and your bread roller. You want to cover everything in flour so that when I take the bag off of the dough, then you can see the dough. There it is. It's rising dough. It's rising as we speak, and it's sticky. So I'm going to take some flour on my hands and I'm going to take it off the plate and put it out to my work surface, which is my granite countertop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the bread dough off the plate with my hands. I'm going to set it down on the flour. I want to keep it nice and floured on all sides because it's sticky. And then what I'll do is I'll begin to shape it with my hands. I want to make it wide and long so I can double wrap it with the fillings that I'm going to put in the middle, which are meat and cheese. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just stretching the bread dough out a little bit, and I'm going to begin to roll it out. You need a good work surface for this. The bread dough starts out like a French bread, a long loaf, but by rolling it you make it wide as well as long so that you can fill it with your toppings, and you can double up the bread dough, wrap it around twice. So it's a really nice dough filled with goodies. So what I've done for the sake of time is I've pre-cooked my ingredients, which are ground Italian sausage. I buy it ground already. I break it up into little pieces when I fry it up. I drain the fat off. And here I have pepperoni, which I've cut into little tiny pieces. And the reason that I like little crumble pieces is because with the bread dough comes with 3 loaves, and I want the ingredients to stretch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it with the meat and also cheese. So here we go. I'm going to start with sausage. After all, I do call it sausage bread, so you want to give it a good amount of Italian sausage here. Spread it all the way out. I don't really put it on the ends all the way because I'm going to wrap the ends around when I'm done. So I fill up the middle, and then I take some pepperoni and I spread it out. It's nice and meaty. And I'm just going to take my floured hands, and I'm going to make sure that my dough is loose so that I can pick it up and wrap it. Make sure that the countertop is nice and floured. And I like a lot of cheese on my bread. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put mozzarella cheese on it. And I'm going to take handfuls and just whop it right on the bread. So I just go ahead and I cover the meat 100% with the cheese because I like it really, really, really cheesy. A lot of people have asked me what sauce that I use for my sausage bread. I don't use any sauce. It's just meat and cheese. I keep the meat and cheese, to the middle because I'm going to pull the ends of the dough and wrap it around to make it a whole loaf. So here we go. It's just like folding clothes. I'm going to stretch it out. I'm going to bring it over, and then I'm going to take the other side, stretch it out, and bring it over. So I'm wrapping the dough 100% around the loaf, and then what I do, I want everything to be safely tucked inside of there, not coming out. So right now it's a huge long bread. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take the end, I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to bring it back over and cover half of this bread, and it cuts the size of the bread in half. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to take my dough and I'm going to wrap it around, and it's going to make a more reasonable sized bread here. So basically what I want to do is I want to tuck everything in. I want to make sure that nothing's going to come out of my bread with my floured hands here. Okay, so then now what I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer the bread dough into a preheated 350 oven where I'm going to bake it until it gets golden brown. So before I put it in the oven, though, there's one more step. So pick up your bread. I sprayed my pan. I previously sprayed my pan with a little bit of oil spray. And here's my bread. And so before I put it in the oven, I have one last step. I have a pre-beaten egg that I've already stirred up one egg. And I'm going to cover my bread in egg so that it gets a nice golden brown. So I'm just going to take a brush, and I am going to go ahead and I'm going to just cover the entire, bread with egg. And the egg also works as a sealant. And I'm going to go ahead and like glue it together, the pieces of the bread. I'm going to make sure any holes that are open are sealed by pulling the dough over any open holes that I find. I'm going to tuck it in. I'm going to make sure everything's in there safe and sound. And once I have the meaty bread dough covered in egg, now it's ready to go in the oven. It goes in a 350 oven, preheated 350 oven. I would say about maybe 15-20 minutes. I have a convection oven speed bake. I put it on. For me, it takes about 15 minutes. It might take 20 to 25 minutes without that feature. I'm not positive. But I'll show you the finished product. Let me put this one in the oven. It's ready to go. Okay, here's the finished product. I had cooked this one previously. This is a perfect specimen. Inside is all our meat and cheese. It's golden brown. And now I'm going to cut into it to show you exactly what's in there. Take out a knife. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the end piece here, which is Mike's favorite. Inside, you see your meat and cheese. And ladies and gentlemen, this is your perfect sausage bread. I only make it at Christmas time. Everybody's always asking for more and more and more. I happen to be making some for my neighbors tonight. This one's for the family. So I hope that you make it and enjoy it with yours and make it a tradition just like I do every Christmas. Enjoy.